Sunday evening, Kata going for 30! Kata Bates-Diop, 30 points!
Now that's how you supposed to shoot. From now on, that's how you shoot!
On Sunday evening, Kata going for 30! On Sunday evening, Kata going for 30!
Well, damn.
Yo, it's your boy Dctree, and this is Dctree-Nation, the channel on YouTube that covers hoops and heroes. And today we're talking hoops. We're talking about San Antonio Spurs, y'all. And Kata Bates-Diop? Yo, Diop, I didn't know you had it in you, player. I did not know you had it in you. You dropped 30 on the Lakers last night. Holy crap, man. And I don't make videos enough about this guy, but I don't give him props today because that was big time, man. 3 reasons why the Kata Diop's 30-point game is significant, y'all. It's significant. But before I jump too deep into it, if you like my content, please sub to the channel, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that bell for more videos. Thank you so much for the continued support. Okay, 30 points, 7 rebounds, 11 for 11 from the field, 100% from the field. And I know most fans are going to feel like, okay, he just had a good night. This ain't going to happen again. You know, this was a fluke. And I won't necessarily say you're wrong about that. You know, obviously he's not going to drop 30 every night, or he probably won't even drop 30 for the rest of the season. But this is significant, y'all. This is significant because basketball is a game of confidence. Basketball is a game of waves. It's streaky, and this can be the streak that awakens him, okay, to be significant, to be a significant player off the bench consistently, okay? And that's my #1 reason. This is a confidence booster, okay? Even if you play pickup basketball, if you have a game where you're on fire, that next game, you're confident. That next game, you're letting it fly. It feels good to be on fire. And Kata Bates-Diop feels good today, y'all. I know he does. And he's going to try to use that momentum to be better for the Spurs. So that's why it's significant. No, he's not going to drop 30 again. But this time he may drop 7. He might drop 8. He might shoot for 10 points a game. You know, he may be a little more active on the defensive end because he feels good. He feels confident. So that's why this game for him, and I think for the Spurs as a unit, is significant, y'all. It's significant. The second reason why this could be a significant game for Diop and the Spurs is the fact that it gives the Spurs a little bit more depth at the power forward position. Okay, we're a little undersized, we're a little understaffed. Collins, we don't know what's going on with him when he's going to come back. Keldon Johnson has been holding his own, but he's undersized a lot. You know, at 6'5", he's very undersized at the power forward position. Diop is 6'8", so having a 6'8", 6'9" power forward, you know, that we can go to that's confident, that can finish around the basket, is significant. And that's another thing about this W and this performance by Diop that was impressive. It wasn't just that he got hot from 3, like he just made 7 threes, you know, because that can happen to any NBA player night to night. But no, he had several different, you know, finishes at the cup, up and unders, putbacks, tapbacks, you know, dunks. He was very active. These are things that you can replicate. You know, that's an easy shot to replicate right next to the basket. That's a really easy cut to replicate, you know, right next to the basket. These are things he can do. He wasn't having an extraordinary night and stepping out his skill set, you know, and shooting 10 threes, you know, like that happens time to time in the NBA. He was playing good fundamental basketball, being very active, being very confident, and that is easily replicated. Maybe not 30 points, obviously, but it can be replicated, you know, 10, 12 points. So it gives the Spurs a little more depth that we desperately need. And the third reason, and perhaps one of the biggest reasons why I think this game is significant, you know, outside of confidence, outside of building depth, is that if he can lock into something, if he can tap into some type of confidence, if he can tap into some type of consistency, it can be huge for this team, because he's one of the only big men that we have on the team, probably outside of Landale, that can stretch the floor in a significant way. Last night he was 3 from 3 from the 3-point line. He's been known to be able to hit that shot. He's shooting around 35%, you know, for a big man, with about an attempt a game, which isn't bad. If we can get him to capitalize on that, he can be huge for this team. Him and Landale could be huge because we have two big men that can draw the big man away from the basket, opening up the lane for Derek White, opening up the lane for DeJounte Murray, opening up the lane for Lonnie Walker. So if we could get these guys going, get these guys flowing, get that confidence going from the three-point line, it can be huge for this team. And obviously, we need to make threes. You know, we always struggle with making three-point shots. We need as many threes to go in as we possibly can. So if we have this guy that is capable of shooting this three, then let's develop him. Let's build his confidence. And this is the type of game that can build his confidence. Again, and I don't want to sound like a broken record, but sometimes in the comments, you guys don't hear me. I'm not saying he's going to drop 30 on the regular. I'm just saying maybe that gets him the confidence to take a couple more threes a game. You know, maybe that gives Popovich the green light to let him take those couple more threes a game. Because to be honest with you, I wasn't sold on Diop, you know, and the jury is still out. You know, it's still just one game. But I felt like we should have kept Luka, because Luka potentially could have been that stretch forward that we needed. Now, if Diop in the next 5-10 games start dropping those dimes on him, you know, catching them dimes and dropping those threes, then heck, you know, the Spurs know what they're doing. So this could be huge for this team, huge for Diop, this game right here. So I'm happy for this guy. I gotta say, all in all, man, I've been pretty impressed with the Spurs front line so far this season, man. Even someone like Eubanks, man, he plays hard, he runs the floor, he moves real well. You know, he's picking and popping a little bit with the little floater. You know, he's finishing around the basket really well. Not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but he's playing hard, man. You go on to Jakob Poeltl has been playing lights out. You know, I didn't even have him as a starter this year, you know, for the long term. And how goofy was that? Because he's been blocking shots. He's been scoring for us in the paint. He's been getting offensive rebounds. He's been great. The problem with Eubanks and Poeltl is that they don't really stretch the floor because they're not a threat from the three-point line. So when you have that issue, shoot, the Spurs can switch it up. They can go Landale. Landale can hit that top of the key three quicker than any big man I've seen on the Spurs recently, to be honest with you. That top of the top of the key point three. Oh my goodness, I'm not editing that out. But y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. Landale has been doing pretty well. Now we have Diop starting to show some life. So the Spurs organization knows what they're doing when it comes to these big men. And, you know, we still got Collins in the wing. I don't know what he's going to bring, but, you know, we still got him if we need him. So all in all, I mean, we're still average, but heck, that's a lot better than we were last year in the front line.